Hello everyone and welcome back. In today's video, we will learn about form validation. So we can add validation in our forms by using some input attributes which ensure that a certain type of value should be entered by the user. So the first one we're going to try is the required attribute. So this required attribute specifies that an input field must be filled out before submitting the form. Say, for example, we want the full name, email, and password to be filled out before hitting that register button. So let's add that. So we can just add this required attribute here. Similarly, let's add it for email and password. Let's save it. And now if I click on register, it shows me please fill out this field. When I fill this field and I hit register again, now it shows me to fill the email field. So if I just input Cafe in the email field and I hit the register button, so it gives me this error, please include an @ in the email address. So it just validates if this input string is a valid email or not. And this happens because we've given the type as email. Now if I put @ something, say @Gmail, I hit the register button, now it asks me for the password. And now if I just click on the register button, it should work. So as you can see, the form got sent. And that's all for the required. So you can just add this required attribute for the fields which you want user to fill in. All right. So moving on to the next one, which is max length. So this max length attribute specifies the maximum allowed length for an input field. Say, for example, we don't want the password to be more than 8 characters. So let's add that. So coming down here. So let's give max length as 8 to password and max length as 8 to confirm password. Let's save it. All right, so let's try typing something here. And now as you can see, it's not letting me type more than 8 characters. Similarly, over here, it's not allowing me to enter more than 8 characters. So that's how this max length attribute works. So the next one is min and max attribute. So the min and max attribute specifies the minimum and maximum values an input element can accept. So if you remember, we tried this attribute in the previous video with the date picker. So we gave a range of minimum and maximum date to that. So let's try an example to understand this one better. So let's add another input field here. Let's say after email, let's say another field as age. So a paragraph with a class input label, and the label is age. Let's add our input element now. Let's give it a class, say input item. Let's give it a type number because age will always be a number. Let's give it a name, say age. Let's save it. And now as you can see, I can enter anything here. I can enter like 10,000, lakhs, millions, whatever. So let's say we want to put a limit here. So we want the minimum age to be 18 and maximum age to be, say, 46. Let's save it. All right, now let's say I try to enter 0 and let's hit the register button. Okay, so these are required fields. Let's just quickly fill these. Now if I click on the register button, so it gives me an error. The value must be greater than or equal to 18. Okay, so let's give it a value of 18. Now click here, so it's asking me for password. So the form worked. Similarly, now let's try a value more than 46. So let's say 100. Let's give the name and email and hit the register button. And it gives us another error. So value must be less than or equal to 46. So that's how this minimum and maximum attribute works. That's all for today, guys. If there's something that you did not understand, feel free to drop a comment and we will discuss it. See you in the next video. Bye and take care.